Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Addiction Solutions with Roselle. So glad that you could join me again for another episode. I know that you guys have been watching the previous videos, and I am so glad for your support. As I say in the beginning of every show, I want you to go to YouTube, type in Addiction Solutions with Roselle, and subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and it's anonymous. Now, tell your family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, church members. You do not have to be addicted to drugs and alcohol. You can just have an addiction. And that's so important because these videos cover all addictions. So don't get confused and say, oh, I don't mess with drugs, I don't mess with alcohol. Nobody in my family's ever done that. Fine. But everybody's addicted to something. And addiction is simply doing something when it's inappropriate. You're addicted. Why go to the casino when your house note's behind, your car note's behind, you're taking the kids' college money, so on and so forth. So don't get it twisted that I don't drink, I don't drug. You don't have to. You can be destroyed other ways. So I'm not here to condemn, not here to point fingers. I'm here to try to help. Me being a recovering addict, I have a lot of information. I have a lot of knowledge that has helped me over the years. And it's up to me to pass that information on. I heard once before that I was once a patient and now I'm trying to be a physician. Simply meaning the information I have now is my responsibility to pass it on. So we've been dealing with the 21-point manual. Last week we talked about writing the 12 steps with your sponsor. Remember, we picked out a home group, we picked out a sponsor, we got our 12-step literature, we did writing on the 12 steps, which we continue to do. And so in chapter 8, the importance, this is an important chapter. And I'm going to read from my notes, so bear with me. Chapter 8 is important because it stresses attendance at 12-step meetings. As chapter 5 indicated the importance of getting a home group, chapter 8 stresses regular meeting attendance. This means you should attend other meetings. The more meetings you attend, the more perspectives you get a chance to listen to as it applies to the recovery process. So now, having said all that, this is what I mean. In your home group, after a while, you begin to hear the same stories. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get all, what do you mean? What do you mean? Don't get all upset. What I mean is, you've heard Joe Blow's story. You've heard Sunad's story. And so they may add some things as the weeks go on. However, when you attend other meetings, you begin to hear other stories. And so that is so important because we need as much information and knowledge as we can get. Think about the people. This is for the people that use drugs and alcohol. And then I'm going to get to the other addicted individuals. Wherever the good drugs were, that's where we went. Now it clicks. So we didn't just go to one dope house all the time or just go to one bar all the time. We went to the place where we could get the best value, the best bargain. So it's not saying that your home group doesn't have the best value and the best bargain. It's just that, hey, maybe I'll go to this one over on the other side of town. When I first got clean, I went to meetings all over the city of Detroit. I didn't just stay on the east side. I lived on the east side, but I didn't just go to meetings on the east side. I went to meetings on the west side, the south side, the north side. It didn't matter. I went where the recovery was. Let me say that again. I went where recovery was. Now, gamblers, are you going to keep going to the same casino that's taking your money, that you're losing? You get knowledge and information from other people. They tell you, hey man, the casino over there, they paying out. Go over there. Scratch offs. You're losing like crazy. You find another place that's paying out. You get the point. So whatever your addiction is, even overeaters, even shopping, even credit cards, you continue to find the best bargain. recovery is similar. You want to hear the stories or the information that helps you. You should never, ever, ever leave a meeting feeling worse than when you came in. Not saying you're going to feel perfect, but you feel a little better. I've left some meetings and I felt so good, man. I was walking on the clouds. And I've left some meetings and I felt terrible. So I'm not going to make it sound like, oh, every meeting you feel great. What I'm trying to show you is that if you go to different meetings, you get a chance to hear different things. And that's important because recovery is, the disease is in the meetings. Let me say that again. The disease is in the meetings. The disease is in the meetings. Recovery's in the steps. Disease is in the meetings. He's sitting right next to you. He's whispering in your ear. They lying. That didn't happen. Come on with me. I know where the good stuff at. See, you're mad because you blew your money on that garbage. Let me take you where I can. Come on, let's go. How many people have got up and left the meeting in the middle of the meeting and went and got high? Well, I went to meetings. I did it before I really got clean, and I was not serious about my recovery. Yes, I'd get up and leave. I don't want to hear that mess. The disease had muffler. It had earmuffs on my ears. Man, I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to hear where was the good stuff. So by going to various meetings, and that's what this chapter is about, and once I publish this manual, you'll see that it goes in depth on why you should attend different meetings. Go to your home group. That's once a week. But there's 6 other days. So what are you going to do? Sit around and wait till your home group again? No. You find another meeting. And there's no shame in changing home groups. It's not a sin to change a home group. We're new at this in the beginning, right? So we're following all the things that we're supposed to do. But the best thing to do is talk to your sponsor. A lot of recovering people have called their sponsor and say, hey, I like this home group. I feel a little more comfortable. The sponsor may talk you out or try to talk you out of it, and they may not. But the point is, it's your recovery, and you have to protect it. You have to do whatever is necessary for you to stay clean. So we're going to end it there. I'm so glad you guys are involved in this. I'm getting comments and everything. Go to YouTube, subscribe, Addiction Solutions with Roselle. I love you. See you next week. Have a great day.